welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. It's been barely a month since the Bengaluru meet where 26 opposition parties vowed to fight together against the BJP-led N.D.A. in 2024 general elections and renamed their newly branded alliance, strengthened alliance from UPA to India. Now, two important parties of this alliance, Congress and Aam Party, are at loggerheads, spilling out into the public domain, clashing over each other, over seat sharing. Just in Delhi, Congress leader Alka Lamba claimed that they are preparing to contest on all 7 seats in Delhi last evening, but later Delhi Congress distanced themselves from her statement and claimed that she is not authorized to speak on such issues. Now, representatives from state units of both parties said the ball regarding the possibility of an alliance between them for 2024 is firmly in their respective courts of their national leaders, so it's not a done deal really. On the other side, the BJP has slammed both parties, claiming that AAP and Congress only care about power and not about the public. Remember, after the Patna meet, AAP had threatened to stay away from this alliance and the Congress does not back them on the Delhi Services Bill in Parliament. The Congress did blink on that one, despite opposition from their Delhi and Punjab units. Earlier, there were reports about Nitish Kumar being miffed with the alliance partners as he wasn't made the convener of the bloc. Now there are also rumours that Sharad Pawar might ally with the N.D.A. before the next general elections. Now, the biggest question for this new opposition bloc was always about how they will come to divide the seats on ground, where they want to put a joint candidate against the BJP, and they want to do this on 300 plus seats. And will this seat sharing turn out to be their Achilles heel? We'll take that question to our guests in just a bit, but let me first break down what was said as far as the matter being precipitated into a verbal fight is concerned between two of the crucial alliance partners, the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress Party, before a truce was called. So it all started with Alka Lamba's statement last evening, where she claimed that as far as their Congress meeting held last evening is concerned, they've been told to get ready to contest on all 7 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party left absolutely not even a second and was quick to hit back, saying the Congress doesn't seem to want a tie-up with the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. Another statement by the Congress spokesperson irked AAP even more, that Congress might contest on all seats in the national capital. AAP then countered that by saying that if Congress doesn't want a tie-up in Delhi, then what is the point of attending the next India Alliance meet, which is scheduled for the end of this month? Congress also said that decision on this alliance is to be taken by senior high command. AAP too came out with a salvo saying that their senior leaders will now take a call whether they should attend this coming up meet or not. We are also being told by Congress sources that they have decided to set terms for a number of seats from their alliance partners, and that is set to ignite fresh trouble within this bloc. So in Delhi, we are being told by Congress sources they will demand as much as at least 2 seats of East Delhi and New Delhi. It is unlikely the AAP will relent on either of these. Uttar Pradesh, the Congress wants at least 4, and these are some that are traditional strongholds like Raebareli, Amethi, Prayagraj and Sultanpur. This might be still workable. Now, Punjab, interestingly, they want 11 out of 13 seats in the state. Again, given that AAP and Congress are bitter rivals there, this will be a friction point in days to come. In West Bengal, the demand is for 5 specific seats in addition to others. Again here, remember, there is not just the Congress, there's the TMC also, which has already been saying you leave West Bengal to us and you think about the rest of the country. And there is the left parties that are also in play. Now let's take a look at the performances of the Congress in these 4 states and compare it with the BJP's and the regional parties' performances. So we can gauge an idea of whether their demands are actually going to be met by their alliance partners or have their electoral fortunes dipped to such an extent that it's not going to be feasible to give them these many states. So first up, the national picture, the BJP contested on 437 seats. They won a whopping 303 out of those with a vote share of 37.7. On the other hand, Congress contested on 423. They won only 52. Their vote share though was still decent at just shy of 20%. Let's talk about Delhi, where they won 2 seats. The BJP here contested all 7 seats. They won all 7 of them for a second time. Their vote share was a whopping 57% almost. The Aam Aadmi Party contested 7, 1-0, vote share of 18.2. Congress contested 7, 1-0, vote share of 22.6. And actually in the Delhi scenario, if you notice, even if you combine the vote share of Delhi and the Aam Aadmi Party, it is still shy of what the BJP managed last time around. Moving on to West Bengal now. Again, BJP contested on 42 seats. They won 18. This was, of course, a landmark achievement for them, especially with a vote share of 42.86. TMC was the winner, of course, winning 22 of the 42, 52% of the vote share. Now, this is the situation of the Congress in West Bengal, and it was reaffirmed in the state elections later as well. The Congress fought on 42 seats. They won only 2, and their vote share crashed to short of 5%. Uttar Pradesh is a similar story for the Congress party. Here, the BJP had aligned with Anupriya Patel's Apna Dal. They contested on 78, 162. Vote share was nearly 50%. The SP-BSP had formed an alliance last time in 2019 for UP. They contested on 79 but managed to win only 15. Their vote share was also under 38%. Again, look at the situation for the Congress party. They contested 80 seats but won only 1. Their vote share was 6% or thereabouts. So this is the situation. Remember that one seat that they won was also Rai Bareli, where the opposition did not put up, the SP-BSP actually did not put up any candidate out of respect for Sonia Gandhi. Finally, let's break down the picture for Punjab as well. The BJP, Shiromani Akali Dal at that time contested together on 13 seats, won 4, vote share of 37%. AAP contested all 13 but won 1. But remember, since then the Aam Aadmi Party's fortunes have changed. This was pre the landslide victory for them in the assembly elections. Congress at that time was in pole position. They won 8 out of 13 with a vote share of 40%. But fortunes have changed for the Congress party, and this is why it is unlikely the Aam Aadmi Party will concede as many seats to them anymore, given that they are in pole position. So the big debate that's coming up on Plain Speak, first up, huge drama spilling out into the public domain as far as the seat sharing for the India bloc is concerned. Truly the biggest question is, can they stay united? There's still a lot of time for the 2024 elections.
दिल्ली 19वां राज्य था, 24 कैसे जीतना है, और बिल्कुल आदेश हुआ है कि हमें 7 सीटों पर मजबूत संगठन के साथ हर नेता को आज से अभी से निकलना है। 7 महीने 7 सीटें हैं। ये बात हुई कि जिसकी दिल्ली उसका देश होता है, ये दिल्ली का इतिहास बताता है। इसलिए कहा गया कि बिल्कुल 7 पर तैयारी रखनी है।
थोड़ा और क्लैरिटी आने दीजिए, बट अगर आज अलका लांबा जी की बात को और उनके दिल्ली प्रेसिडेंट की बात को कांग्रेस की सच माना जाए, तो अगर उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि दिल्ली में अलायंस नहीं करना, तो फिर इंडिया अलायंस की मीटिंग का कोई मीनिंग ही नहीं रह जाता। टॉप लीडरशिप डिसाइड करेगी कि हम ये मीटिंग अटेंड करते हैं या नहीं।
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आई वुड लाइक टू क्लैरिफाई दैट दिस मीटिंग वाजंट for Lok Sabha election preparation. It was for organizational setup, how to revamp the party. This is absolutely incorrect that this meeting was for preparation of Lok Sabha election. And secondly, there wasn't any discussion about the seat sharing.
Let's go across to the guests joining us. Gopal Krishna Agarwal is from the BJP. Neeraj Mishra of the Congress Party is also joining us. I'm joined by Nitin Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi Party. Anirban Banerjee is a political analyst, leans towards the TMC, and Arun Anand is columnist and political analyst. Let me begin with the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party first. Neeraj Mishra, you may have papered over the cracks, but the reality is that the Delhi unit of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Delhi unit of the Congress don't really see eye to eye. I don't know why either party will, give up any space at all. The Congress, as Alka Lamba very rightly said, I'm sure she's landed in some trouble because of saying these things ahead of time. जो दिल्ली में राज करता है, उसका अलग ही दबदबा होता है. So even if you may paper over these cracks, the reality is still out in the public, no?
So Shivani, I'm actually very amused that how the corporate backed and government ad sponsored media is trying to make an issue out of a non-issue. What Alka Lamba or Anil Chaudhary or Mr. Babaria said is actually true. A political party, when meets and discusses how the state unit is functioning, will it not tell its people that you be ready for elections?
Okay, can I
the
comment?
organization, yeah, please.
So two things. One, the media wouldn't make much of Alka Lamba's statements had the Aam Aadmi Party not reacted the way they did. And Aam Aadmi Party is your alliance member as far as this national bloc is concerned. Secondly, again, we wouldn't have made much of what Alka Lamba said. Surely you can be prepared to fight on all 7 seats before you decide on your seat sharing. But your own party leaders then came out and said, we didn't discuss this.
Right. So, Shivani, going by your logic, just tell me how many debates did CNN do on what Subramaniam Swamy has been saying for last 4 years about the Prime Minister? Subramaniam Swamy, who's a BJP leader, openly says that Prime Minister Modi is the most incompetent Prime Minister this country has seen. He has zero contribution to whatever development is happening in India.
Are you comparing
person,
Mr. Subramaniam Swamy's relationship with his party to your relationship with Aam Aadmi Party? Then it is doomed.
I'll give you one more example.
Okay.
Just ask the BJP spokesperson, Ramdas Athavale, who is a member of the N.D.A. alliance and a minister in the government. He openly said outside the parliament that the ruckus about this Seema Heather thing, he said his party is going to give a ticket to that person. What happened to the CAA agenda, which the BJP was pushing, that nobody from Pakistan will get a citizenship? And now their alliance partner is saying that they will give a ticket
they never
to an
said
intruder.
that nobody from Pakistan will get citizenship. That factual correction aside, let me go across to Gopal Yadav. Let me go across to Gopal Agarwal. Much ado about nothing. The India bloc is still working with the same vision. Their party leaders have come out and clarified. A spokesperson may have said, another may have threatened, we will not join the alliance meeting next time around. But it doesn't mean much. That's what the Congress is saying.
Internal discrepancy and differences within the party, particularly Congress, is very much visible to all. What Sandeep Dixit had been talking about. It is not that what Alka Lamba said or what Kakkad AAP spokesperson said. It is the differences within. They are very obvious and everybody can see those differences. It is an alliance opposition. They are just coming for just facilitating, protecting their misdeeds that they have been done. There is no leadership, no vision, no ideology, no agenda. So these kind of alliance have no long-term impact or effect.
I'll come back to you. Mr. Agarwal, I'll come back to you, but you raised a good point. Let me give Mr. Mishra of the Congress Party another opportunity to respond to that. Then I'll go to Nitin Tyagi as well. Neeraj, he makes a good point. Look at the internal contradictions. Forget how AAP reacted to your statement. Look at your internal contradictions both in Delhi and Punjab. Can you deny them? Your party leaders are uncomfortable with alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party.
Shivani, so what the BJP is trying to do and what the media is also facilitating is micro-analysis of the alliance. You take in consideration the macro picture. Shivani, just take into consideration the macro picture.
Yes.
What is happening is this country. Any voice of dissent which is against Mr. Modi or his government, he is threatened by the agencies. He is threatened by the political tools which the government has. And then when all the parties who decide that India needs a collective leadership which is responsible for taking India forward, then the BJP's and its agenda just melts down.
Okay, fair enough. I get your point, but it still does not explain my fundamental question that I'm arguing today is how are you actually going to come to the nitty-gritty of seat sharing when this goes on? Remember, this has happened in West Bengal. There are differences. This will play out in Kerala. It's playing out right now in Maharashtra. There is uncomfortableness within the MVA. But let me bring in Nitin Tyagi of the Aam Aadmi Party as well.
Just one fact I would like to
Okay, both of you finish your point. Neeraj first, then Gopal Krishna.
So, Shivani, I'll just give you an example of 2004 what happened.
Yes.
We had a pre-poll alliance with a lot of parties. But when in Kerala, we did not make an alliance with the left, when we got the numbers and then a post-poll alliance was set up. So a party like Congress, which has its presence from Attak to Cuttack and from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you will have these kind of differences. But the larger picture is that the nation needs to be taken forward. For last
Fair
9
enough.
years,
I take
it
your
has
point.
stagnated.
Neeraj, I take your point. Of course, you've come together for a larger vision, but you must accept that yes, seat sharing is going to be a sticking point. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, please finish your point, then I'll go to Nitin Tyagi.
The thing is, it is the sheet sharing is one issue. The issue is when they are talking about vision. What is the vision? At one time, they are fighting with the Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, and then saying that they are together in Delhi. Their state unit is fighting. The problem is that in the Telangana, they will fight with BRS and then say that we are together in the national level. Is it possible? Without vision, without the issues, and then finally, is the issue is that they are saying that BJP is amplifying their differences.
Yes.
We are not amplifying. We are just discussing those problems. And if the Congress, which calls itself a national opposition party, I am just asking one question: is Congress ready to act as a second fiddle to all
others,
the regional
yes.
parties?
That's going to be
if they are
the
ready, okay, then it's fine. If they are
No,
not
that's
ready,
going to be the
then
existential
problem
question
comes.
for the Congress party. And certainly in states like Delhi, Punjab, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, it is in no position to play the big brother
Telangana.
anymore. In other states as well, but I'm just naming the ones where there are clear sticking points with other regional alliance partners. Nitin Tyagi, did the AAP also overreact to what the Congress spokesperson say, immediately coming out and almost issuing ultimatums? People are wondering, why are you getting into issuing ultimatums every week to your alliance partner like the Congress party? Why don't you discuss this behind closed doors? For the Delhi Services Bill, you issued an ultimatum. For this yesterday, your party leaders almost issued an ultimatum.
The number of words that you have used in asking a question are not even the number, I mean, they're beyond what actually the Congress spokesperson said at that time. So let me put forth something very clearly to you. Whatever happened yesterday was yesterday. It has happened, it has been clarified, and the alliance stands as strong as ever. And I do know for a fact that BJP and many of its stooges in the media are actually trying very hard to show that there are some problems with the alliance. There's no problem with the alliance. And what we have come out and joined hands for, that is to get this country rid of a leader like Narendra Modi, who is frightened to face what is happening in Manipur, who's frightened to face the China, who's frightened. I mean, he's so frightened right now. Anybody, any voice of dissent, any question that is asked of his government, it is named as anti-national, which is very sad for this democratic country. We have joined hands to save the democracy of this country. We have joined hands to save the constitution of this country and to take this country forward. We want to look towards the future.
So can I
what
ask
BJP is doing, they are making everybody look at the past. But we want to look at the future. We want this country to go beyond.
Fair enough. Gopal
the dreams
Krishna
that
Agarwal
we
wants
have
to
set.
respond to you, but I have a supplementary question for you. Are you going to tell me that you are going to be able to give 2 out of the 7 seats to the Congress to fight in the national capital?
We all are going to fight these national elections, these elections forthcoming Lok Sabha polls together, and whatever seat sharing happens, we all are going to put our more than 100%. Whether it is Congress, whether it is I.N.D.I.A party or any of the alliance partners here, we are going to put in our 100% efforts in whatever the party decides.
Nitin Tyagi, my other question is, wouldn't you at least concede that some of the statements that come in from, let's say, Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal, that you leave West Bengal to me, you figure out the rest, from the I.N.D.I.A party yesterday, they do irk you. And
I think all of the alliance partners are happy that she is extremely confident that. Absolutely. See, listen. I think all the alliance partners are extremely happy on the situation that we have in West Bengal, where BJP actually won 18 seats last time, and this time they won't even win 2 seats out of that. The main poster boy All their poster boys have left Bharatiya Janata Party. Now people of Bengal actually know who was after all those riots that were happening.
Okay,
because
but
anywhere
who will
BJP goes
be-
or they want to go, where they
But
will,
the TMC
they start
is
with
very-
riots only. This is
Okay,
what
fair enough.
this is the modus operandi of Bharatiya Janata Party.
You please fight all of these issues as far as the BJP is concerned, but it does not take away, no matter how
you are
many
not asking
questions-
what is happening with BJP.
That's another debate
I'm
we had
asking you
another
what
time.
is happening with
I can't
BJP.
mix that with this.
Why are they frightened? They're not talking about themselves. They're not talking about their own alliances. They're
no,
talking
but-
about our alliances. They're more
Because
worried
your
about what's
leaders
happening
came
with
out and
India.
talked about your
they're
alliance.
not,
No,
they're
can
not
you
just,
deny
they're
that?
just not worried about what's happening with NDA.
No, but Nitin, I don't
they do
understand.
not care about their alliances.
How do you blame someone else when your party leaders came out and gave media bites? When the Congress leaders came out and gave media bites, I'm not making
Media
this
bite
up.
like what?
Your spokesperson Priyanka Kakkar,
Now
Dilip
that
Pandey
issue
both
has been
said
put to rest.
that the Congress is not serious about an alliance.
I think
These are words
just
from your
because you
leaders.
responded late, you could not hold a debate on that issue, and before that it was sorted out. There's nothing
Is
to
it
answer
sorted
on
out?
that.
These
And
issues
I
have been
assure you-
cropping up
I
since
assure
the
you with
first
all
India
seriousness-
alliance meet.
I assure
Is it
you
sorted
with
out?
all
That is a
seriousness-
relevant question
I
to
assure
ask.
you-
That is a very, very relevant,
I assure
pertinent
you
question
with
to
all
ask.
seriousness
Okay, so
that
you've answered
India
that question.
alliance
Let me
is
go to
very
Anirban
strong
Banerjee also.
and we
Anirban
all
Banerjee,
stand.
the thing for the India alliance is that this is likely to play out in Punjab. This is likely to play out in West Bengal. It could play out in Maharashtra. It could play out in Kerala and many other states. Is this going to be the toughest issue for the India bloc to overcome? Because all of the competing alliances, all of the alliance partners also have competing issues.
See, the 26 parties that have come together for this alliance, I would say they have more than 26 contradictions with each other. They are different parties after all, for a
Yes.
reason. There are many contradictions, the seat sharing issue being one of them, but the 24 elections will be fought by India, for India, and for the people of India. It will be India versus the BJP. It is not going to be single parties like TMC or the Congress or the AAP, RJD, JDU, etc. It's going to be India versus BJP, India versus Modi. Therefore, all the discrepancies, all the contradictions, everything is going to get ironed out because the party leaders have come together for a much greater cause than simple winning seats. This is not just about winning seats. This is about preserving the soul and the heart of the
Fair
idea
enough,
that
but
is
this is politics, Anirban, at the end of the day. Each party would like to come up trumps even within this alliance. Because fundamentally, who has greater sway? Let's say you succeed in your mission. Who has greater sway and say will also be determined by who wins how many seats, no?
Yes, of course. But first of all, you have to win the elections so that India wins. That is important. And by India, I mean our country. The alliance has to win so that India wins. So therefore, whether Congress gets 100 seats or 200 seats, the TNC gets 40 seats, 50 seats. These are a matter of numbers. Of course, these are very important. But at the end of the day, we have to defeat the BJP. That is the motto. That is the goal of India.
But in West
And
Bengal,
therefore, to do
Congress
that-
leader recently made a statement that they are not going to give an inch to the TMC. They don't want to align with the TMC. TMC
No,
leader
if you're-
Mamata Banerjee says, please leave West Bengal to me. The Congress shouldn't interfere here. And that's a message for the left also. So there are feasible problems, right?
Of course, there are problems. As I said, as I admitted beforehand, there are many problems, many contradictions. Nobody is going to deny that these parties, say in West Bengal, the Congress had been fighting the left for more than 30, 40 years. But they allied in the state to fight against the TMC. But they did not succeed. That is a different issue. But the TMC has fought the left for more than, since its inception.
Yes.
That's more than 20 years almost. But when it comes to the cause of our country,
Okay, fair enough. You're saying the cause is going to paper over all other competing ambitions and also any conflicting issues as far as seat sharing is concerned. Arun Anand is joining us. Arun, there are 2 points of view. One is, which suggests that these alliance partners are really doomed to fail the same way it was doomed to fail in 2019 or before that, and they're making virtually the same mistakes. Another point of view is that actually if you look at it, this time the effort is more organized. Even if there are issues that come up in the media domain or in the public sphere, they are sorted out quickly. Somebody is there to douse the fire. So that suggests that the overall motive and the motivation continues to be strong.
I think I just want to make a few quick points. No, it's the contradiction is visible. You have discussed West Bengal, you have discussed Delhi, but in Maharashtra also, the Congress leaders have made statements. Ashok Chavan and Prithviraj Chavan that Sharad Pawar, who is a pillar of this opposition alliance, that he should make his stand clear. He has met Ajit Pawar already 5 times over the last few days, and they have been on record in terms of saying. Also, Uddhav Thackeray's party has also said this. Then in Bihar, something interesting happened that Nitish Kumar, he spoke on 15th of August in a function where Tejasvi Yadav and Lalu Yadav was present, and what he said that before 2006 when he came to power, the state had gone, the state was in a very bad shape. There was the state was ruled by the Lalu Yadav and his party. Apart from that, in Punjab also, we have seen, the Punjab Congress leaders have also gone on the record in the past that they are going to contest, all the seats. Now, the problem is why all these contradictions are coming out, from where they are originating. They are originating because there is a lack of ideological framework within which can bind all these parties together. The only framework which they have right now is not saying whether it is right or wrong, that is to remove Narendra Modi from the post of Prime Minister or to defeat Narendra Modi. Now that can be an outcome of a ideological framework, but that cannot be an ideological framework. So these contradictions are going to become more starker. And one last point, the votes are not transferable anymore as it used to happen 10 or 20 years earlier. We have seen that in case of SAT BSP alliance, SP BSP alliance, Congress SP alliance. Earlier the partners, and one quick last point I want to make, it's ironical that people who are accusing basically the current government of high-handedness, anybody in media who questions them, and they are branded as stooges of the Modi government. So I think there couldn't be more irony than this.
Well, I thought it's best to just leave that aside. Sometimes you just have to take these jibes on the chin and move on. Let me give Neeraj and Gopal Krishna Yadav a final comment as well. So Neeraj, the point that is being made is that ideologically, if you look at it, as Anirban also alluded to, you're all different parties for a reason with competing interests in the same state sometimes. So actually, ideologically, you have no cohesion. And this business or this motive of removing Narendra Modi and BJP to quote save India is not enough. That's what some believe.
Our ideology is that this government, the current government, is a failure when it comes to Manipur. The current government is a failure when it comes to unemployment. The current government is a failure when it comes to inflation. And the current government is a failure when it comes to the issues of China which we are facing. So this is the complete basis of our ideology. We, the India Alliance, is working for a nation which is forward-looking, which is going to learn from the mistakes this government has done in last 9 years, and we will ensure that it is not repeated. We'll give China the answer it requires. We will give the offenders of Manipur the answer it requires. We will be heads-on when it comes to issues of inflation. We will be hands-on when it comes to the issues of unemployment.
Okay, all right.
So the complete ideology is there. Only one thing. Just tell me one thing. What is the ideology of Ajit Pawar, who is now a deputy chief minister in NDA's government? Just tell me, what is the ideological plank in which Modi ji and Ajit Pawar have come together?
Enough. That certainly blunts the attack of the BJP on the opposition parties coming together for electoral goal, because the BJP has also done that blatantly in Maharashtra. Gopal, Krishna Agarwal, you can respond to that, but also to the question that just because Modi versus all failed in the past does not mean it is doomed again. Now it is 10 years of incumbency for the Modi government. You can say you don't face anti-incumbency, you face pro-incumbency, fair enough. But just because it didn't work in the past doesn't mean it will not work now.
So, Shivani, I just want to say one thing, that we are not complacently sitting that as we have won the 2 elections, the third will all come our way. If you see how the BJP is working on the ground, you will see the marked difference. The way every party member, every minister, every office bearer and from the top
every
to the
agency is working for BJP overtime, like ED, like CBI, like income tax, like police. Everybody is working so hard for BJP. BJP is not complicit at all. They are attacking the opposition left, right, and center.
Okay, I'll come to you. Let him finish, please.
Sir, please.
No, I am just adding on to you. The seriousness of the elections for the BJP. I'm just adding on to it.
I understand your frustration.
I'm adding on to it. The ED is in full swing. The CBI is in full swing. The income tax department is in full swing.
Okay, Nitin, please appreciate.
Absolutely, this is what is happening in India right now.
Let everybody have their say. Let him finish. I'll try to give you time. Yes.
The thing is, the magnanimous statement that the opposition spokesperson giving on the TV channel is different from the ground reality. The only vision, they don't have any vision for the nation, development, growth, future. Everything is coming from BJP. That's what the people understand.
Well, the public will ultimately decide.
The issue is their only vision is to remove BJP. That is not going to work.
Okay.
We have seen their failure in the parliament in no confidence motion.
Okay, let's not go to that debate. Not enough time for that. Let's not go that way. That's already done in the past. It is time, of course, for both of these alliances and blocs to look forward. But whose way is paved with greater danger and with greater number of roadblocks? Frankly, it does boil down to that as well. I thank all of our guests for joining us. But remember, we were mentioning the alliance troubles in Maharashtra as well. That headache is not going away, where both the MVA and the India bloc are feeling that they are in trouble, with repeated meetings between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar. I spoke to former Chief Minister of the state, Prithviraj Chavan, about the seat-sharing trouble there and the issues that the India bloc is facing. Listen in. Mr. Chavan, as far as the uneasiness between the MVA alliance is concerned, now recently the Congress seemed to stake claim on the Mara Lok Sabha seat. Now this is a seat that even Sharad Pawar has fought elections from and actually won the first time when elections were held on this seat after the demarcation. Don't you think that this is also leading to some sense of nervousness between parties like yourself, the Congress, and the NCP, the infighting over the seats?
No, I think some of the media reports, and I mean, you can't take whatever happens seriously. See, we are trying to assess our strength in each one of the 48 Lok Sabha constituencies. Whether we fought them, we won or lost, we are assessing our strength. We are assessing what is the impact of the split in NCP, what is the impact of split in the Shiv Sena. So that exercise we are doing. Now, when we meet Karyakartas, every one of the 48 people will naturally say that we want to contest the seat. But there is no official statement from any senior responsible official of the NPCC. What has happened is Karyakartas in Kolhapur, Karyakartas in Hatkalangde, Karyakartas in Mada, Karyakartas in Satara, wherever I have gone, those people obviously say, look, let us fight it. The Karyakartas want to fight the elections. But that doesn't mean that the seat sharing talks are not even begun yet. The seat sharing talks will begin soon when the leaders decide, apparently after the N.D.I.A meeting in Mumbai on 1st September. But please don't go by whatever anybody says. In almost every 48, each one of the 48 Lok Sabha constituencies, Congress people have said that we want to fight the election. But that is not the official position. The official position is we will fight the 24 Lok Sabha election in a alliance of the MVA within the broad framework of India Alliance.
I understand that. But speaking of the India Alliance itself, don't you think what's happening in Maharashtra, your state, Delhi, Punjab, West Bengal, there are huge question marks on how this alliance is going to function. There are like such open conflicts over seat sharings and who will fight how much.
Well, I think this is something on this large scale has never been attempted before. I mean, Mr. Modi is talking about 38 different political parties. We had 26 odd political parties and we expect to get more. This is unprecedented, a huge, big alliance. And so what is really we're coming towards two ideologies, a left of center ideology of development, inclusive development, belief in the constitution, a liberal democracy, and the idea represented by Mr. Modi, which is anything but all this. He is moving towards one-party dictatorship. Leaders have already said that we do not want smaller parties. Mr. Amit Shah is on record saying he wants a Congress Mukt Bharat. So I think these are the two different ideologies, and we'll fight together. Nobody has said it will be very easy. The seat sharing negotiations will be difficult. There are many states where we are fighting with the local units who are in the India alliance. So I think that will take some doing, but we have some time. But I think we are all committed that unless we defeat Mr. Modi and his BJP in 24 Lok Sabha election, there will be no further liberal democracy in India as we've seen for the last 75 years.
Well, questions galore as far as that alliance is concerned. But on the other side is another big question coming up. Is Ghulam Nabi Azad wrong, or does he deserve any criticism for his statement that most Indian Muslims were once Hindus and were actually converted when Islam came to India? There's huge backlash on that statement, especially on Kashmir's historical relevance and history. We'll get you more on the other side.